It never ends. We've got my good close personal longtime friend, Mr. Shannon Rose, the Hollywood Rose Report. Shannon, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man.
Now, you've been very busy, and by the way, if you want to get more information on Shannon, it's the letter I, the letter M, shannonrose.com. Batman versus Superman has been moved up to not compete with Captain America. I wondered yesterday when I saw this, I'm like, oh, they're moving the movie up. I'm like, why are they doing this? This is basically what's going on.
Did you see the video viral of the guy in Las Vegas dressed as Batman, where he was literally out by the MMA guy?
I think I did. I think I seen a little bit of that.
Yeah, it's on my wall. Shannon Rose Hollywood on Facebook. But here's the thing: is that we're gearing up for the next 10 years is going to be the busiest movie season for our comic books. We've already had Transformers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I mean, we're coming up on Avengers next year. We're going to have Justice League. We're going to have now Venom. We're going to have this announced Venom. Fantastic Four is already done. Yeah. Ant-Man. I mean, literally, there's going to be every year is going to have a comic book type movie. But you know what? They work. I mean, they didn't even think that. Why am I going blank here? That the movie just came out with Batista in it.
Oh yeah, the Guardians of the Galaxy.
The Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. They didn't think it was going to do well, but you know what? It's blown expectations away because it's a good movie. They actually said it's one of the best movies. I don't leave during the credits though, but it's one of the best movies ever in comic books. That's saying a lot. But they're getting better. I think movies are getting better. They show that you need content, not just you need content also. Yeah. So in this case, though, I think that 2016 is going to make the way for the movies coming up, and I think that they've been moving things around with Captain America at the beginning of the year. At the end of the year, and they moved the movie to the beginning of the year with the Avengers. I think that it's and I'm sorry, I'm losing my track. With Batman versus Superman, I think that's a smart move. I was getting confused. Avengers versus Batman, Superman.
Well, see, this is the thing. There's a million of these damn comic book movies out there. I can see why you're getting confused, brother.
Right. Well, I think let's call it Justice League for what it is. Yeah. It's going to be on its own. They didn't want to go against Captain America because Captain America, it did okay last time, not as good as the first one. But the point is that it's still Marvel always trumps DC. But in this case, I think DC may get better.
I think these superhero movies, man. At one point, like you said, a lot of the insiders and people were saying that these things are not going to make any money. People don't care, but they have made a lot of cash. And a little side note there, you mentioned Guardians of the Galaxy, the movie that Batista's in. Do you think that since this is doing so well, that this is going to help him possibly get into doing more movies and things like that? I don't look for him to be like The Rock, where he's making...
I don't know. The Rock is going to eventually be transitioned, I think, in more serious roles. I think they're going to look for an action star, and that may be and Dave Batista.
Wow. That would be cool, Then he wouldn't have to go back to he wouldn't have to go back to WWE. He could just make movies.
Right.
Now, Disney to add a Star Wars to theme parks alongside Mickey. I think this is kind of a cool idea because you've got all the little Star Wars characters and different things, but at the same time, Mickey Mouse is wandering out around and maybe this is sort of the the quasi parent in me. But why would you want Mickey running around out there and everybody's like, "Oh, Mickey," and then all of a sudden Darth Vader shows up, scares the hell out of the kids?
Well, there's Mickey Darth too. There's Darth Maul. There's Darth Maul. I've actually been inside I've been inside Darth Maul. They actually have a thing at now they have at Disney Hollywood Studios Star Wars weekends where they actually set up a thing called Darth Maul. And it is. I mean, I'm talking like on a phone right now that has R2D2 cover, and you can actually extend the arms out at the bottom to pull over the phone. So but there's cool things. I mean, if you like Star Wars, I was a little bit more into the first version of Star Wars. I think the second prequel batch kind of turned me off a little bit. I'm not as much of a fan, but I think I'll reinvest in it again. I think that they're going to try to change, the mind of those that thought that Jar Jar Binks was the new second coming Star Wars.
Now, how is this just basically a thing of Disney has the property, so they're just going to start putting it together with Mickey and everything else? Is this basically a business thing?
Well, they're trying to milk it. I mean, look at Frozen. You know, now they're going to wipe out a bunch of stuff, put Frozen there permanently. That's been a money maker for them. Star Wars, they just acquired that. That's a money maker for them. They're going to do what they can to milk the money from the property they buy.
We've got Shannon Rose with us today, the Hollywood Rose Report. He joins us live. And the letter I, the letter M, ShannonRose.com. And heck of a radio guest booker as well. He's got a hell of a lot of clients. Kim and Kanye are here to stay. They bought a $20 million estate or something recently. What was this?
Well, if you thought that they were going to be a passé relationship, but think again. $20 million in Calabasas, which is a very rich town. J.K. Rowling and others live down there. You have to have money, and they've invested $20 million to get a nice place in Calabasas.
Wow. Well, you know, I guess if you got it, you might as well put it down. Now, California is going to become a condom mandated state when it comes to the adult pornography world. The stakes involve hundreds of millions of dollars. AIDS, syphilis, gonorrhea, other STDs. This is something that has been coming for a hell of oh, there we go. Not but this whole thing has been building. This is an amazing thing. Is this gonna drive people, you think, to go other places to make porn movies?
Well, I tell you what, I think that that California is where they do it all, in a sense.
Yeah.
And that's where they do the films. You know, it's a protection for the artists, for the actors. And these days, you know, but it does take away a little bit from the mystique of the movie, if you will. You know, excuse the pun there. But so I think that for those that can look past that, you know, enjoy the movie as much as they can. You know, I think that it's going to protect the actors.
Well, I think it's a good idea, and I know that in the very beginning, what have they had? I think they've had like a couple votes and different things out there in regards to making this, you know, a permanent thing or whatever. But I think it's a good idea. I don't know why this wouldn't be a good idea. But Kenny Loggins and his Blue Sky Riders are ready and willing to play in some guy's living room if his Kickstarter campaign hits the $30,000 mark. I love these Kickstarters. Everybody and their brother is into Kickstarter now, and they're explain this to me. What's going on here?
So this is a crowdfunding source. Yeah. So what this guy wants, he wants Kenny Loggins to come and cut loose all over his furniture, I guess, at home. So they wanted to come to his house, along with another band, and break it down at his house. So good for him. You know, I think Kickstarter takes a piece of that, but I think if he has enough money, Kenny Loggins has publicly said that he will be there.
I just think that's fantastic. You know, if people could if people can make this happen, that's awesome. Now, one wrestling story. We have to do one wrestling story before we let you go, Mr. Shannon. This situation, I've been seeing this. Tonight is the night that TNA Wrestling is supposed to do their big blow-off with their angle where they're going to put Dixie Carter through a table and all these things. And I've seen guys like Mark Madden, who our good buddy DDP has no clue who he is, which I just find hilarious. And everybody's saying, don't do it, don't run it. This is going to give Spike TV another reason not to renew a contract, which they've already said they're not going to anyway. Especially with the Ray Rice stuff in the media. Do you think it's a good idea that they do this? Is this just being blown up, and it's just, as people would say, wrestling, it's not that big of a deal? Or do you think somebody will seize on this and be like, violence towards women, and we're going to have all sorts of problems?
I don't think they consider Dixie Carter, they consider him her an element of the whole, of the whole story.
Yeah.
But I think that, I think that what's going on here, they even had a Spike TV executive actually at the taping. And I even understand the backstory. They even have some WWE officials incognito watching it. So, there you go.
Wow. Okay, well.
I know this.
Hey, I guess that it's not that big of a deal if they do it tonight. That's cool. Now, Shannon, before we let you go, any big interviews or anything you got coming up for the Hollywood Report? Because I know you do stuff on YouTube and all sorts of places.
Sure, I got an interview with one of the stars from Dancing with the Stars.
That's
also,
cool.
A couple of the movies. Check it out, the letter I, the letter M, ShannonRose.com. Or you can check out my Twitter at